What's up, everyone? It's your boy Blue. Welcome back to the channel. This is Kickin' Trips. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I got another fun one for you guys today. These are my top 5 sneaker buys and my top 5 buyer's remorse of 2024. And are some of these on your top 5 best or worst of 2024? Let's talk about it. Just give me a second. Now I'm gonna rank and jump into some of the details as to why these are my top 5 buys and my top 5 regrets of 2024. But I think what I'm gonna do is break up that video so it doesn't end up being like a 25-30 minute video. So I'll make a video with just talking about my top 5 buys and a separate video of my top 5 regrets. But I am gonna drop them both at the same time. But before all that, click that subscribe and notification bell. It really does go a long way as far as helping the growth of the channel, so definitely appreciate that. Now, as far as top 5 buys for 2024, I just feel like I'm gonna have to break this up into categories. I have one that was a trade, and then I was able to actually purchase my top Grail of all time. It might not be a sneaker that came out this year. It's a pretty old sneaker, including one that wasn't a purchase at all or a trade that was given to me that just means the world. So we'll get into all that as well. So my first honorable mention, like I said earlier, isn't an actual buy. It was actual trade from a sneaker that I had last year and I had to get rid of because it didn't fit me. And that is the Jordan 4 Alma Maniere in the violet ore colorway. Let me tell you that I bought these last year, was able to hit on them at launch. Super excited, went for my size 10.5. My toes were crunching. So I had to get rid of that sneaker. But I did have a friend of mine who's a size 11 who also bought them in his exact size and was having some toe issues. So for about a year, I kept dropping little hints as to, hey, you want to make a move on these? You want to make a move on these? And he eventually got around to saying, man, listen, I've worn them 4 or 5 times. They just are killing my feet. And he was open to doing a trade. So we worked something out. So even though these weren't an actual purchase, I wanted to put these in the video because maybe they'll just call it the trade of the year for me. You know, I really wanted to get these back in my hands after losing out on them last year. I'm glad that me and my boy were able to work out the details on a trade that we both thought was fair, and super stoked to have these back in the collection. Now, as far as my top 5 buys this year, I wanted to break that list down into different categories because I have my top 5 of sneakers that actually came out this year. This is my all-time Grail. Like, I'm talking about my all-time Grail, a sneaker that I missed out on 8 years ago. It's always been on my list, but the prices were just outrageous. These are the Air Max 1 Atmos Pack. Oh my God, I love these with the elephant print. Now, these came as part of a 2-box, 2-sneaker set. And even though I bought this 2-pack set specifically for the Atmos Nike Jordan brand collab on the Air Max 1, this Jordan 3 was a nice throw-in. With the black suede upper, flipped the elephant print into a safari print, which is a well-known Atmos print that they've used on other Air Max collabs. So I haven't been to a bunch of sneaker shops throughout the years. I never actually got to see or hold these in hand because none of them actually had them. But when I went to Thailand for the first time this past year, I went to the Atmos store for the first time. I ended up finding some sneaker shops in Bangkok. I found this really cool sneaker shop with a really cool owner, and she actually had them in stock. And even though they didn't have my size, because over there she said that the higher sizes are like really hard to get, like 10, 10.5, 11. She only had an 8, but I got to hold them in hand, and I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but when I get back, I'm figuring out what I need to sell so I can pull the trigger on these. So these, for that reason, having finally get them in my hand, a Grail that I always wanted, this was my #1 buy of the year. So in getting into my list of my top 5 buys of sneakers that came out in 2024, I feel like number 5, I'm just gonna get flamed in the comments for these, but I don't care. These are the Air Jordan 1 Low Trophy Room Rookie Card Away. And let me just tell you, I love everything about this sneaker, from all the small details, the satin front toe box and the lace panel, the way that they subtly stitched in that trophy room logo, the embroidered swoosh, and with the heels coming in this really nice black corduroy material with Michael Jordan's signature stitched into that rear heel, a gold-plated wings logo on that rear heel tab. Say what you want about Marcus Jordan and everyone at Trophy Room, but I just feel like they knocked it out the park with these, and this is one of my favorite sneakers to begin with in a Jordan 1 low, this was number 5 on my list. Now, number 4 on my list is the A Ma Maniére Air Jordan 3 While You Were Sleeping collab. Man, I just love everything about this sneaker, but I'm gonna be honest. When I first saw the first leaked picture, I think we all said the same thing, and I mentioned this in the video when I talked about these originally, and that was, I think we all were just like, ugh, like what is that? Like what were they thinking? And even though these are under retail right now, I don't care. When I got these in hand, the material on this, the craftsmanship, the quality of the craftsmanship, the small details on this sneaker, that beige lace swap to go with that sole, that beige Nike Air on the back of that booty. Oof. I love that little hit of the violet ore on this. What I love about A Ma Maniére is that you can tell that they put a lot of thought into every section of a sneaker when it comes to the materials, their color choices, including hidden messages like they did with the ad glitz on these, like they did behind the heel tag, like they did under the insole. And I just love that A Ma Maniére does this with every single collab. Even if it's not a Jordan collab, they even do it with a Converse collab. And I love that about them. So for that reason, these are number 4 on my list for 2024. And number 3 on my list is the Air Jordan 3 in the black cement OG 88 cut. I just love everything about this sneaker. And I know there's a lot of issues out there with some people's pairs, but my pair came out great. I love this sneaker. This is an absolute all-time grail for me. The smoothed out black leather, closer to how it was on the 88 OG pair. The lighter elephant print on these, which on my pair came out really great. That Nike Air on the booty, which is just perfect for an Air Jordan 3. This is just one of my all-time grails when it comes to sneakers. Actually, I think I mentioned it before. Between this and the Air Max 1 Atmos, these are my top 2 grails of all time. I just love the elephant print. I love the Air Jordan 3. So I am so happy to get these back in my hands after getting rid of my 18 pair early when I heard that they were going to bring these back in an 88 cut. And I'm so happy to get these back in my collection. Now, number 2 on my list of my top buys of 2024. This might shock some people, but the Air Jordan 1 Low Mocha. Oh my God, do I love these sneakers. We got great materials. We got that really nice soft mocha suede on the back. The leather on this was really nice as far as the black toe. The white leather, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. I absolutely love this sneaker. And I'm still mad at Nike. I know it's been months already that I talked about this before, but I can't believe that we didn't get any lace options with these other than just giving us black. So of course I went ahead and found some sale laces because I feel like this transforms this whole sneaker into an absolute banger for 2024 and beyond. This for every day. I could wear them with pretty much any outfit. These are the tones of colors that I like the best, the blacks, the light browns, but definitely give me some creams or some off-whites or some sales to play with. I love, love, love the Air Jordan 1 Loca. This is number 2 on my list for 2024. And we have finally made it to number 1 on my list of my top buy of 2024. It's the Air Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott in the medium olive colorway. And I love the color blocking of this sneaker. I love the colors used, this green with just a touch of black with the sail and then that muslin outsole on this. I know right now I have the pink laces on these. We had a Wicked outing with my girl and a lot of her friends. So we all went, Wicked themed. So it kind of worked out perfect that I had some green and some pink to go on these. But for the most part, I do rock like a beige lace swap that I did on these. I just think this is probably my favorite sneaker that I've bought in a couple of years. Now, mind you, my grail is those Air Maxes. So those are my top buy of the year. But these are my favorite sneaker that I purchased from this year that came out this year. So number 1 on my list is definitely going to be these Travis Scott medium olives. Now there is one sneaker that I haven't talked about or brought up yet, and that's my actual sneaker of the year. It's all a matter of opinion. What you like might not be what I like. What I like might not be what you like, and that's totally okay. But for me, sneaker of the year, the Nike Kobe 4 Pro Tro Girl Dad. Now this sneaker has so much sentimental reason for me, and that's because Nike created this color scheme as to pay homage to Kobe's last public appearance with Gigi courtside when he was wearing a green eagle scully with an orange hoodie. So Nike wrapped this Kobe 4 in that same bicoastal green with an orange insole and embroidered girl dad on the back of the tongue to honor the phrase that he made so popular for dads out there. And as for me as a girl dad of 2, these really hit home. And I mentioned this in a video when I did a review on these earlier, and that was that I went for these on release date and I had a chance to get these, but I was actually at a Yankees game with my daughters when the Foot Locker app hit saying who was able to, get them. And I didn't click the notification that I wanted them in time and they went to the next buyer. And I was just like, I was really hurt the rest of the Yankee game because I really wanted to get these in my hands. And my girls saw that I missed out on these. And what made these really special for me and why it's my sneaker of the year is that come Father's Day, my girls gifted these to me as a Father's Day gift. And it meant everything to me. To have a sneaker that I really wanted to go get that had the girl dad label on it, as much as I love my daughters, and to have them gift this to me as a Father's Day gift, listen, that's a great thing about the sneaker game, the sneaker culture, whatever you guys want to call it, and that is that these sneakers have meanings to everyone in a different way. And it might just be a sneaker to someone, and it might mean a whole lot more to someone else. So for me, this sneaker right here is my absolute sneaker of the year. All right, guys, that is it for me. Feel free to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you like where we're going with the content on the channel. It really does go a long way as far as the growth of the channel, so definitely appreciate that. And let me know what you guys think. Are any of my top 5 in your top 5? Leave some comments below. I want to know what you guys think about my top 5, what you guys have as your top 5 buys for 2024. I love to see some different lists out there. I know I'm, might get flamed out here for some of my choices, but again, these are opinions. These are my choices, and I want to see what you guys have as your top 5 buys for the year because there was a lot of great sneakers in 2024. And with 2025 looking like it's going to be a banner year for us sneakerheads, both new and old, with so many OG classics coming out. I'm sure we're going to get a tons and tons of collabs coming out. Some new models are probably going to roll out as well. I just think it's a great time to be a sneakerhead because honestly, if you go back a couple of years, it was impossible to get some of these in your hands. So I just really hope we can keep that energy moving forward into 2025 where kicks can get into the hands of people who just really want them. But with all that being said, if there's a sneaker that you really like, list or no list, buy them. Maybe there's a sneaker that you really wanted to get but you missed out on, go get them. But more importantly than anything, guys, regardless if it's the beginning of the year all the way through the end of that year, of any year, wear them. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.